That's real sweat. Oh my gosh. It was another bike ride today. This time we went to a place that actually has proper mountain biking up and down the trails. Holy smokes, it was a hard one, man. Not gonna lie, man, that's just from my elbow. I am so soaking wet. It's so flippin' hot. But I got her done. Okay, now I think it's time for a drink. If you've just started running because you've taken time off, or you're coming back from an injury, or you're taking it up for the very first time, it's hard at the beginning. And sometimes I think it's even harder when you know what's in store for you as you make your way back. I'm taking advantage of the weather. It has been so hot, but it's so beautiful. And this part of the country is amazing if you're a trail runner. There are so many different places to go, and there's places to kind of clean up after you go for your run, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. This is so nice. So nice. Ow, ow. Don't stub your feet, Dave. Don't stub your feet. I'm adjusting some things in my life. I need happiness. I need to feel like I am alive. And this right here is one of those moments where I just feel like life is good. So I made my way over to Creemore, which is a small little town about 11 minutes north of where I was. My business partner, he had to leave. He had an appointment he had to go to. Mine isn't until around 2 o'clock. So I've got a little bit of time. And I thought, since I was here, I could get kind of cleaned up because my, I went through some crazy mud. So I'm having a poor man shower before my next appointment. Oh my God, but this feels freaking amazing. And it also gets rid of any ticks that I may have on me. I don't know if I do or not, but anyways, it's one way of getting rid of what's there. Making comebacks are very hard. When you're starting to run all over again, when it's been like going on 4 months of no running, you know, I have a lot of thoughts, I have a lot of emotions, and a lot of feelings about all of this. And anyone that's gone through a injury and is coming back, it's always hard. You're right. There's always this trepidation, like, oh my gosh, okay, how am I going to like slowly come back to this? How am I going to make sure I don't get injured? How do I make sure that I stay, I'm okay? And I just went and I was talking to my chiropractor, who is not only just my chiropractor, she is my physio, she is my acupuncture, she competed in the Olympics. So she's made a career of helping people, and she's helped me in more ways than one. And today I saw her, and today I got the go-ahead to start doing a number of things that I haven't done in a long time. And one of them, she said, I can try to run. However, she says, only you know if you can, like, at what point, where are you going to start? Like, what's your starting point? And so my starting point is I am going to walk, because I haven't been doing a whole lot of walking. I have walked, but I haven't done like massive amounts, which when I went on my hike, I tested it out and it seemed to work, and I've been biking. And so I've been lacking on a lot of the things that I know that I need to have. And one of them is taking my multivitamins. I use a product called doTERRA Lifelong Vitality. This stuff really works. It's been amazing. And since I got injured, I literally stopped. I don't know what happened, but I just kind of went backwards. Everything that I used to do to look after me went sideways. And I just wasn't following through with all the things that I normally do. I mean, it is what it is. And even my electrolytes, I have not been taking my electrolytes because I haven't been running, and it got really hot and I've been outside a lot. And my legs have started to spasm in the middle of the night. And I realized like my magnesium has been really low. So I got to pay attention to that. And, you know, obviously my protein, I have to stay on top of that. My vitamin D, I need to make sure I'm being outside and getting the sun on my skin. So there's a lot of things that when you stop running and you allow this to get in the way of everything, for me, everything just seemed like it was falling apart. Felt like everything was falling apart, even just like my work life, my family life, just everything, right? So I now am going to be working on a plan that I'm going to let you guys know what I'm going to be doing to kind of get back into the running game and to start coming up with some goals to achieve. And this is all I'm going to do. This was just a video I just wanted to come together and put together. It's just raw. It's just me talking, my thoughts, my feelings, because it was in my head and I just came back from my appointment and she was amazing. And yeah, I gotta make sure I'm staying on top of all the things I need to stay on top of. So that's my update. Starting over. Using the Maffetone method or zone 2, if you're coming back from an injury, this is one of the ways that you may want to do it. Look, my name's David. I've run an ultra marathon. I've run marathons. I've done 10Ks, half marathons, everything, right? But here's the thing. We get injured. What do? You get upset, you get frustrated, you don't do anything. Physio tells you you need to do the following things. Your chiropractor tells you to do a number of things. And what do? You do nothing. You just go to work and not do the things that you're supposed to do to be able to heal. You know, I get it. That's been me. That's been my experience. You know, I get down on myself, I'll eat the comfort food, right, to make myself feel better because I'm not able to run. But there reaches a point where you go, you know what, I can't keep doing that. You know, I've gained weight. You go up. I'm up 30 pounds, man. 30 pounds. That's not fun. So you got to take it upon yourself to make the changes that you want in life. I mean, life can kick you and it can pin you down if you allow it to. You got to rise. You got to get up and you got to do the things. You got to do the hard work, right? That's just the way it goes. As you get older, we got to look after this body because the body does break down. And I'm starting to feel it as I get older. So that being said, this is my first kind of comeback, right? Starting over. And right now I'm in Southampton because I wanted to be in Southampton. I wanted to check out this really cool little place. And because, you know, I need to make those changes in my life. I need to feel better. Oh, I have to show you this. If I am going to run, you know what? I'm going to keep talking as I record. But if I'm going to run, I need to start back at ground zero. I have to do things I don't want to do. I don't want to walk. I want to run, but I'm being smart. I'm actually doing the things I'm supposed to do. And I don't want to come back too soon and get injured. Well, if I'm not going to run and get injured, what am I doing? Well, I'm walking, right? I'm walking just to see how it is. How does it feel? 2 days ago, I had another session of laser therapy. And today, I'm feeling pretty epic. And here's the thing. How can you not be epic when you're in a place like this? This is terrific, right? This is absolutely beautiful. Love this place. You know, people are friendly. It's a nice little walk around the lake. Let's go out onto this dock. Hi there.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good.
Good, good. What a beautiful day. Oh, this is amazing. So nice. All right, have a great day.
Yeah.
So at least I know what I have to do. Start off walking, which I'm doing, right? Then it'll lead into maybe some run walking when I think I can kind of handle it. And we'll continue the run walking using the Galloway method for a while, see how that works out. And then from there, we'll start to assess what needs to be done with some sort of structured training plan, but there's really no structure right now other than getting out and moving, which I am. It's just flipping awesome. So happy to be able to be back walking with no pain. This is something I've been waiting for quite a while. I probably could have got here faster if I had done the things I was supposed to be doing, but when you drive so much, look, if you're new to the channel and you haven't, you don't know what's going on. My meniscus along the joint line was really, really sore. It was very inflamed, and it's been like that since, I guess, beginning of April. And so I've been taking it one day at a time. It's just, I do a lot of driving, like a lot of driving. And because of that, the strain of my foot being on a weird angle, it's caused problems. I think some of the biggest changes that I'm needing to make is in my diet and making sure I'm getting what I need. One of the things I've noticed I've been really short on is magnesium. So I got some supplements and I'm working on my magnesium intake. Also, I'm eating certain foods that contain, magnesium. Look, my diet went to crap, it really did. Just haven't been looking after myself. And because of that, my body has only had so much to be able to give for recovery. And so it's on me. I own that. And I got to make changes, which I am. And being a plant-powered runner, you really got to pay attention to your vitamin B12 levels. And because I live in the climate that I live in, vitamin D levels. Now, vitamin D, it's great because sunlight is here, which is amazing. So these are just some things that I'm aware of, I'm paying attention to. So I just, again, reducing the amount of simple carbohydrates, all the baked goods and breads and pastas. I'm having to ditch all of that. And I'm trying to get back down to more of fat and protein. Obviously there's carbs in there because with all the food that, all the vegetables that I eat. And again, I've been lacking on that too. So that's something that I got to start on again. And it'll happen. It's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of structure to make sure that I'm doing the right things. But again, a lot of times people think cutting carbohydrates means cutting, they don't really realize that vegetables are carbohydrates, right? But it's the breads and the cookies and the refined food, boxed food that needs to go. So these are things that are all gonna happen. So if you want to succeed in running and you want to be able to make a proper comeback and you are starting over, look, you may not be starting over from ground zero. You may have a little bit of fitness, a little bit of muscle memory in there. But when you've been out, April, May, June, almost, it's about 3.5 months now. So that's a long time to be off from doing something that you love. Changes are being made, being implemented. knowing where my zones. Look, I'm gonna have to do a MAF test, like an MAF test, all over again, and I'll have to pinpoint where I currently am right now. And once I figure that out, then that'll be a good thing. Because moving forward, when I'm doing my MAF tests every single month, I'll want to know what those look like to see if I'm improving. And look, I'm starting off by walking, run walking, and then I'll work my way into like full-time running. But that is ideally how the plan is going to look like. And how long is it going to take? I don't know 100%, but I do know that I have to start somewhere, because if I don't start somewhere, I'm not going to get anywhere. It's on me, and that's why I have this channel. This is where, you know, I look to you guys to keep me accountable. You don't have to, but I do it because that's why I started the channel all those years ago, right? To be able to keep myself accountable to my running, to help and motivate other people. That's me. That's me in a nutshell. I love people. I love to help. I love to socialize. And this platform allows me to be able to do that. So that's exactly what I am doing. And on top of that, it's kind of nice because I run this other YouTube channel called Backroads. And today I'm actually filming a couple of videos for that as well.
Back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving this like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning.